thrilled to be emceeing again this year. And you know what? I love Camp Odayin. I love everything that Camp Odayin does. And I've been able to come here and be with you guys for many, many years. And we also have, Sarah, I'm so sorry, the worst luck when it comes to weather and things like that. And so I thought you would have thought it was an April Fool's joke when you woke up this morning and there was like 36 inches of snow. I was like, no, not today. But somehow we all managed to be here. So, and I know that that was a big decision. And so we could not be more grateful that you chose to come here tonight. You could have been doing anything, but you chose to be here to support campers like Rose, and we are indebted to you for that. So we're super excited to be here tonight. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. By the way, this is Rose. She's my co-MC tonight.
So much for having me and allowing me to speak this evening. As Rena said, my name is Rose. I'm from Mason City, Iowa, and I've been attending Camp Odayin since 2017, so 5 years now. Last summer was my last year as a camper, which I'm really sad about, but I'm coming back as a counselor in 2 years, which I'm really excited. I was born with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. It's a condition that affects the left side of the heart that makes it enlarge and thicken. When I was 6 years old, I had a septomyectomy and an ICD placed in my abdomen. And then in January of 2022, I found out I was in heart failure and I needed to be put on the transplant list. March 16 of 2022, I was officially put on the transplant list. And then July 21st of 2022, 3 weeks after camp, I got a call for a heart.
And some of your doctors are here tonight, are they not?
They are right in front of me! I would love to give a shout out to Dr. Brian Cannon and Dr. Rebecca Amaduri for all they've done for me, for keeping me healthy and putting in extra hours and just all this brain power and everything into keeping me healthy and allowing me to be alive today, so.
I know it's special to have them here, and obviously, thank you so very much for all that you guys do. Let's talk about your experience at camp, not just last year, but last year was super special because you had to have plans in place in case your heart came through, didn't you?
I did. So a couple weeks before camp, we called camp and got a plan set up. So my parents followed us up to camp actually, and they just stayed in the local area and enjoyed like all the lake and stuff. And so I had counselors around me the whole time, nurses around me the whole time. Are you doing good, Rose? You doing good, Rose? And all my friends were helping me throughout the week, even though it was really challenging. But I'm glad I did it anyway, even though I probably shouldn't have. But that's fine.
It all turned out just fine, right?
It did.
So talk to all the people here about camp and why it is so important to be with other people like yourself.
It's really, camp is just an amazing place because it's the 1 week a year where you get to go and you don't have to be the weird kid. You're not the kid who's set apart, the kid who can't do gym class. You're the kid that's there with everyone just like them. I always tell people, I have camp in a couple of weeks. I finally get to be normal for 1 week in the year, which I was so excited about. And we just made these amazing connections that you can never find anywhere else. Some of my closest friends I met at camp. The first year I went to camp, my cabin, we were all first-year campers, and since then we became the closest of friends, and we went to camp every year together, staying in the same cabin every year. We have group chats and we talk periodically, and it's amazing. I couldn't ask for anything else.
Woo. Right? And now you want to pay that forward and you want to go back and be a counselor?
Yes, I do, very much so.
Oh, that's going to be so amazing. Rose, thank you so very much. Give it up for Rose again. We have so many people here to thank tonight, right? Without their generosity, I should say, tonight is not as big a success as it could be. So we want to take a moment and give much, much gratitude to Volkswagen of Inver Grove Heights, White Bear Mitsubishi, St. Paul Auto Group, our title sponsor of the event. Dave Rowan is here. Dave, could you please stand? Dave, thank you. Can you stand? We really appreciate it. It's companies like yours that make this a huge success. Also, we'd love to take the opportunity to thank the other incredibly generous sponsors tonight. Hold your applause until the end because there's so many of them, which is awesome and amazing. But please stand when we read your name. Aon, Children's Country Day, Fang Consulting, Grow Pediatrics, Masonic Children's Hospital M Health, John and Karen Meslow, Parents for Heart, US Bank, Bituminous Roadways, Ron and Phyllis Ettinger, Frederickson and Byron, Inspire Medical, J. Ettinger Group, Odayin Realty, Trustee Storage LLC, Edwards Life Sciences, Minneapolis Heart Institute Foundation, Boston Scientific, Children's Minnesota Children's Heart Clinic, Mayo Clinic Pediatric Cardiologist, Medtronic, Maury's, and New Horizon Academy. Please give them all a huge if you're born and raised in Minnesota and you haven't been anywhere else, Minnesota is one of the most philanthropic, fantastic states on the planet. Honestly, I've lived many, many places. And so when you see those people stand up in this room tonight, make sure you go and pay them some attention at their businesses, because they're living in this community and caring about this community. So that's pretty awesome. We want to take a moment to thank some other people, some very important people in the room. Camp Odayin Board of Directors, could you stand and be recognized, please? We have the Heart Benefit Planning Committee. Could you please stand and be recognized? Volunteers from Mortimer's Mates, who are all former campers. Let's give it up for them. And finally, I'd like to introduce the Camp Odayin team. Allison Berner, Assistant Director, Matt Olson, Finance Director, Chris Lucaria, Director of Operations, Brooke Hoy, Program Director, Aiden DiGiacomo, Program and Marketing Director. Let's give it up for them, please. And now, who we've all been waiting for, the leader extraordinaire. Will you please give it up for me, and please give a warm welcome for Sarah Meslow, Camp Odayin's Executive Director.
Thank you for joining us for the 22nd annual Have a Heart Benefit with a Choose Your Own Adventure theme. And I want to thank you all for choosing to be here tonight instead of watching basketball. When we made the choice last year to bring back our camp programs in person, our Heart family responded. Parents chose to sign up their kid. Campers chose to attend. So many docs, volunteers, counselors, nurses chose to come to camp. And here's why they made that choice. 99% of our campers feel accepted when they're at Camp Odayin. 100% of our campers feel supported and encouraged by their staff. 52% of our campers indicated improved mental health after being a part of Camp Odayin. That one makes me cry. 65% of our parents reported continued improvement in their child's mental health 6 months after attending camp. We know that camp is healing beyond medication. It's healing beyond surgeries. It's the connections that these kids have with other kids that get it. 72% of our campers reported connecting with other kids outside of their camp experience. And that's the story I want to tell you tonight, is of two campers, Reed and Sam. Reed lives in Chicago, Sam lives in Milwaukee. Both of their moms were getting dropped off for the Moms Retreat in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And here comes Sam and Reed. This is not your weekend. This is for your mamas. And they said, oh, we're having a sleepover. Okay? Their moms pulled me aside at dinner and said, we have to tell you a story. I said, tell me. Sam was having surgery and went to see his cardiologist for his annual checkup. and the valve was coming sooner. They thought they had a couple more years before his valve replacement. So they get in the car, and Sam's mom says to him, "That's big news, and it's much earlier than we thought it would be. How are you feeling about this, Sam?" And the first words out of Sam's mouth were, "I need to call Reed." All of us are partners. All of us in this room are partners in the healthy development of young people. And your support tonight helps hundreds of heart heroes connect with other people that get it. Just like Sam and Reed. And I thank you for choosing, because it is a choice, to be our partner in this important work. In 2004, some other big choices were made. First of all, Martha Stewart made bad choices and went to jail. Facebook and Gmail were launched. Last episode of Friends was launched. It was also a big year where Allie's parents made a big adventurous choice to send her to camp from Michigan. It's hard to believe that we met Allie back in 2004 as a camper, but it is not hard to believe that she has returned to camp in so many different roles and in so many different ways, as a camp counselor, as one of the leaders of our Mortimer's Mates alumni groups, and she is a huge advocate for all things Odayin. She's a graduate from Michigan State. She's a licensed social worker. She's currently a behavioral health advocate at Odayin, and she is our Heart of Gold Volunteer Award winner this year. So if you'll please join me in welcoming sweet Allie Gazarowski to the stage.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and the incredible Odayin staff for honoring me with the Heart of Gold Award tonight. I'm so grateful to have my mom with me here tonight. Unfortunately, my dad's flight was canceled, and he couldn't be here, but both my parents were the first people who encouraged me to attend Camp Odayin, and they continue to support me through everything. A few years ago, on the last night at Camp Odayin, campers and staff were asked to write down one word to describe what Odayin means to them. Some of their answers were: camp is understanding, friends, awesome, belonging, memories, freedom, relief, sisterhood, steady heartbeat, euphoria, unity, family, home. These words prove the power of camp. They show that no matter the daily struggles that they may face as heart patients, whether it be through multiple surgeries and hospital stays, or at school while having a difficult time connecting with peers, they will always have 1 week every summer where they will experience a sense of unity and belonging that Camp Odayin gives them. Camp Odayin first came into my life in 2004, as Sarah said, when I started as a camper, and I have been so fortunate to volunteer in many capacities over the years as a camp counselor, program volunteer, and leader in Mortimer's Mates. 8 years ago, I decided to move from Michigan to Minnesota to be even more involved with Camp Odayin and to be closer to my heart family. Throughout my years as a camper and volunteer, I have witnessed the power of Odayin as campers and alumni form and reignite lifelong friendships, compare scars and surgery stories, wear crazy outfits on theme nights, and begin to feel the one thing they have always sought out to feel: normal. At camp staff training sessions, Sarah reminds us that by donating our time, we are making a strong impact on these children's lives. But what she also notes, and what many volunteers find throughout their week at Odayin, is that these campers who endure everyday struggles and possess so much strength will often impact our lives just as much. I am immensely proud to be a part of the Heart community and Camp Odayin family. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm a little teary-eyed. Ali made me cry. Ali, thank you so much for your words and your very kind and relatable words and how much camp means to you, because I know it means the same to me. Now is the time that I'd like you all to open your hearts and your wallets to support kids with special hearts just like Ali and I. So now is the time that you can take out your phones and visit the auction link. The very last auction item is Donate to Camp Odayin. As you likely already know, Camp Odayin only charges $25 to attend any program. On the screen are the actual costs covered by your generosity. You can also donate via Venmo and indicate donation or become a champ for camp by becoming a monthly donor.
We so appreciate your support, and let's give it up for Allie and Rose again, please. I so love getting to be a tiny, tiny part of this amazing organization. But watching these two young women come up here tonight and show you what it's really all about really is super emotional, and I'm so proud of the both of you. So thank you so much for sharing your stories and letting everybody see into your hearts and just how absolutely amazing the both of you are. There are so many ways that you can help provide a wonderful summer experience for these kids. And when you donate, it helps with things like mailing COVID test kits to campers and volunteers before camp, providing travel reimbursement for families, because as you heard from Allie, not everybody's from Minnesota, right? So it takes something to get here for some families. Buses, insurance, virtual connections for the campers.
Also, all of the medications and machines that are needed in the health center to keep all of us healthy at camp, and our camper t-shirts and water bottles, which I am pretty sure any other alumni or any other camper has saved and just stashed them and brag about them. And then also, the cost of chicken has gone up by 46%, and we really like to eat chicken patties at camp, so that's nice.
For that reason alone, click the donate button, everybody. So, again, thank you for your generosity. We really, really appreciate it. And thanks again for being here tonight. We do have a couple of announcements to make, right? Should we make some announcements at the end here?
I think we should.
Okay, sounds good. If you're a sponsor, thank you again for your generosity. Please remember to pick up your sponsor gift at the registration table. Check your One Cause auction account to see if you're the lucky winner of an auction item. By the way, I found you in the crowd. I know who you are, and I know you outbid me. Was it you? It wasn't them. Okay. You turned around to look behind you, but I was no. Yes, the fluffy heart. I thought you guys outbid me on it. You didn't? Okay, someone else got it. That's okay. Check your phone now to see who you are and maybe raise your hand. It's all good. It's all good. Make sure, of course, to pick up your auction items on the way out tonight.
And again, thank you so much for being here tonight and supporting Camp Odayin for heart hearers just like me. Thank you so much.
And then tell 10 friends about it and bring them next year. So, again, have a wonderful night. Drive safely, everybody. Please enjoy.